Community focused. Community focused. We're here for you. Our point of view. At 5 o'clock. You're in North London. A week in review. We're here for you. Yeah.
Hooray! 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 Hooray!
Community Focus is an art centre for children and adults with disabilities. We are based in the Borough of Barnet, North London, and offer a selection of creative and well-being activities for all ages.
In the room we have
Gila,
Carol,
Amia,
Jonathan,
Philip.
Maria and Flo.
In this episode, we chat with the incredible, drumroll please, Flo Perry! A fine artist who found her way to painting via an unusual path. Chemistry. Flo shares her artistic influences, her inspiring career change, and how she discovered happiness and balance through both painting and teaching, including her work with Community Focus. She talks us through her favourite painting and encourages us all to pursue our dreams. If you want to be an artist, you can. Just stick with it and keep practising.
welcome to Flo Perry, our special guest today.
Yay!
What do you like painting the most?
I think the most interesting thing to paint is other people, because I think that as humans we've all got a very sensitive eye when it comes to looking at people's expressions and the differences between everyone's face. So I love to paint people's faces basically, but I also love to paint interiors and like the rooms that we live in, because I think that we reveal a lot about ourselves in the objects that we surround ourselves with.
What three artists have inspired you to create your own artwork?
My favourite artist is Alice Neal, who is a portrait artist, and she paints really expressive pictures of other people that I really, really like. And then my mind has actually gone blank on anyone else right now, because I'm also really bad at remembering people's names. But if I remember any throughout the podcast, I'll come back to you.
So what music do you like?
I think I have a really broad taste in music. I always listen to Radio 1 in the car when I'm coming to Community Focus to teach. Gets me energised. I really like Chapel Roan. I think that she's a really good pop star. I like folk music as well. I really like a band called Lankum. They're like a kind of modern Irish folk band. Yeah. And I like kind of old music from the 70s as well. I love like Fleetwood Mac. I've often put that on in my classes that I do here in Community Focus.
Oh, your favourite place to travel?
Ooh, my favourite place to travel. I actually love Greece. I love going to Greece. I really like Greek food. Never had a bad meal in Greece.
Now you're talking.
Yeah. I love sunshine and sea and doing nothing. So that's my dream holiday, basically.
I love lots of Greek food. Oh my God. Well, us Greeks, we eat.
Are you Greek, Maria?
Yeah, of course I am. my surname's Greek.
Is it?
Yeah. Why did you give up chemistry?
Yeah, so I did chemistry at university because, everyone makes mistakes in their youth.
Did you do experiments?
I did experiments. all different things in the lab. I actually did a master's in chemistry in X-ray crystallography, which is really, you have a big kind of laser gun that you point at a crystal. But I did apply for quite a lot of jobs in chemistry in my third year, and I didn't get any of them because I think that they could tell that my heart wasn't in it.
Talking about chemistry, I've done science at school.
Yeah?
And have you ever used that thing that they stand a boiled egg on called a tripod? Oh my God!
I think I have used a tripod.
Do you know? I done an experiment at school and it went wrong.
Did it? What happened?
Someone let a stink bomb in the science room. We had to all leave the science lab.
Oh no!
It was really bad.
What type of music genre do you like to listen to when you create your own art?
I don't usually listen to music when I paint. I actually listen to audiobooks. That really gets me in the zone more. I like listening to novels. But sometimes when I'm like low on energy, I like to put on some quite kind of high BPM, like very fast music to try and get that last 45 minutes of work done in the day kind of thing. But usually books.
Do you have a strict schedule?
I have a theory that everyone can only work about 4 hours a day. And I used to work in an office, and why I didn't like working in an office is because for 4 hours a day I'd be working, and for 4 hours a day I would be mainly pretending to work and going on social media and quickly minimizing the website every time my boss walked behind me. So I do try and do 4 hours a day, but I'm not that good at it. I try to start at 10 a.m. every day, but sometimes that turns into 11:30. And if 4 p.m. rolls around, I am done. I can't do anything after that. So I try and maybe do a bit of exercise or watch TV or do some household chores after 4 p.m.
Do you like Picasso?
I think Picasso is obviously very influential. He's made a big splash in the art scene over the last 100 years. I think that it's easy with these artists that have got so huge to kind of overlook them because we see their work everywhere. It just kind of fades into the background. But I do think that Picasso was a good artist, yeah.
Have you ever painted or sketched someone that made them look ugly on purpose?
What?
Oh no!
I work on commission, so that means that people pay me to paint either themselves or people that they really love. And so I really, really try to make everyone I paint look as good as possible while still also looking like themselves. So I've definitely never done it on purpose. But I have done quite a few babies, so I might have done it accidentally in the past, because painting babies is very difficult.
Have you seen there's someone out there that just sits with a canvas and a easel, and someone sits in front and you just draw them? Do you ever do that?
No, I absolutely never do that, because when I'm painting and drawing, I make loads of mistakes. And so I never sketch or paint the people while they're there, because they will see the early versions where it's all gone wrong. But every painting has an ugly stage where you think, what have I done? And then you work on it for like half an hour more and you're like, oh, the process has worked. It does actually look like the person.
Would you paint a picture while on a roller coaster or a waltzer?
I think that if I could possibly avoid it, I would not paint a picture on a roller coaster. I think that sounds really difficult. I also get really travel sick, so I think that it would end in a disaster for me.
What is a waltzer? Yeah.
It's like those spinny teacups at the fun fair. You
Oh
ever
yeah,
seen
they're
them?
spinning things. Oh, I get sick.
Yeah, me
It's
too.
like your life flashes before you. Like you drank so much, you've had a bad hangover. Oh, I will never do art on them. No, I'll never do art on them because everything you create will go like that. No.
Oh, Maria.
Have you listened to any of our podcasts lately?
I haven't in the last few weeks or months, but I definitely listened to a couple at the start. Who was in the podcast club at the beginning? Anyone here? You were. And I thought, right from the beginning, and I thought that they were really, really good. And you as well.
Yes.
And me. All from the beginning. I think that they're really good, and I think it's so impressive that you've got on Resonance FM as well. So I'm very proud of the podcast club.
I'm happy too to be here because I'm the special one. They need me here.
Yeah. I thought I was a special guest.
Where is your happy place?
Oh, that's a really nice question. My happy place is I really like swimming. Oh, you're not sure about that?
I like swimming, but I have to wear special eyewear.
Okay. Well, I don't really put my head under the water. I do old lady swimming with my head above the
No,
water.
I put my head under the water. I can even swim deep.
Oh,
It's
well,
like
that's
for us,
very
I can swim
impressive.
like a goldfish. Can't get me out of the water.
I like going to the West Reservoir, which is near Finsbury Park. It's like the biggest pond you've ever seen. And I get in the pond.
Oh, the pond's dirty, Flo. How can you swim in it?
It is a little bit green slimy.
Oh.
But it's like a different kind of clean because it's like, there's no chemicals in it. The ecosystem is balanced by the fish and the ducks and the plants.
But if you said your question is that you like swimming in a pond, you're going to be swimming with green goo.
Yeah, that the green goo is all part of it for me.
No wonder the fish are dying.
Oh boy.
What age did you start doing art, and what techniques did you start to begin with?
I can't remember a time before I was doing art. I was really into drawing when I was little. I was constantly drawing. I love drawing characters and I love drawing houses. My favourite game was to draw a made-up person, then imagine their house, and then try and do a floor plan of their house and work out where all the bathtubs were going and everything. And so I did that a lot when I was a child, and then I probably started getting into painting and trying to paint things that looked like they do in real life, and portrait painting when I was 14-ish. And I've been doing it ever since, really.
What interests you in working with people with disabilities?
Oh, I absolutely love working here. I love working with people with disabilities. I think that it's always entertaining, always got something new to say, a new point of view that you don't hear from, other people that I don't meet in this place. And I think that you're really, really good at art, and I think that lots of the people I work with seem to really enjoy coming here. I hear a lot. Someone in my class that I want to come every single day, and I really like helping them make art and seeing that they're so happy with it, and I feel like it brings a lot of joy to the world, and I'm just happy to be part of it.
Have you ever cried over a piece of art?
Oh my god, I have definitely cried over a piece of art. I have definitely been stressed, or someone's given me some criticism that I was maybe not so open-minded about, and I've got overwhelmed and I've cried and I've had to put it down and come back to it the next day. So it can be stressful trying to make something and then you think it's not good after you've put loads of time into it. But more often than not, I don't cry. So that's good.
Have you met anyone famous?
I have met a few famous people. Once I met Florence and the Machine before she was famous. I met her in a club toilet. And I was when I was a teenager, and I was like, my name is also Flo, and then she was like, that's a cool name.
If I gave you 3 colours, describe how they smell, how they would smell. Green, yellow and purple.
Okay, so I think that green smells like freshly cut grass, very kind of fresh, a little bit earthy. I think that yellow, that smells like fried breakfast, salty, delicious, appetizing. And I think, was it purple, your last colour?
Yes.
I think purple smells maybe like a kind of really expensive perfume.
What college did you go to study art?
I actually never went to college to study art, so I am a self-taught artist. I did art AS level, and then that is the end of my art education.
Do you think it gave you regret not going to an art college?
In a way, yeah. Like, if I could go back in time, I maybe should have gone to art school instead. But then again, I think maybe I have a different perspective from a lot of artists because I didn't go to art school. And also, you never know what choices led you where. So if I hadn't done chemistry, then I wouldn't have got a job in the office, and then I wouldn't have like got into working with people with learning disabilities and everything else. And so I think there's no point looking back and regretting, because the choices I made got me here now, and I'm happy where I am.
Who or what are your inspiration?
I feel like I get inspiration from everywhere. I really like looking at I like folk art, which means like art that is not kind of come through the traditional, like someone who went to art school, they got a gallery, they had an exhibition. I like art that lots of people that's made art kind of in their spare time, and then it's like, I think that those people can have some of the most unique views on the world. I also really like the kind of 1950s kind of Soviet paintings. I like that kind of hyperrealism. That's a big inspiration for me.
Have you sold any of your artwork?
Yes, I have sold lots of my artwork. Most of the artwork I've done, I have sold. This is basically the only painting I have in my house that I did. So, yeah.
Is that the only painting you brought in today that you got in your house, or have you got a load of them?
I've got a lot of paintings in my house, but not too many that I've done.
How many?
Oh, I'd say at least like 20.
Wow.
So, Flo, it seems you've brought a painting with you. Would you care to describe it for us, please?
This is a painting that I did of my partner. Her name is Ailey. That's her there. And this wasn't posed. This was just a photo I took where she was actually having a nap on our sofa with our cat, whose name is Crisp. And I like this photo, and I chose to paint it because I think that it's a real kind of snapshot of everyday life. I like the kind of clutter on the table. I love the challenge of painting like glasses and see-through things, because you have to you can't draw like what you think you see. You really have to draw what's actually there if you're going to draw glasses. And I really liked all the colours. And I liked the way the sunshine was coming in. I think you can tell that this is like a sunny afternoon nap. And there's lots of little things in this picture that is a kind of snapshot of our life. That's my foot. And I like that I included the phone because I feel like things like phones on charging cables are objects that we're constantly surrounded by, but because they are quite ugly, we don't normally kind of immortalize them in art. And I like trying to create like a beautiful object that includes them, basically. Do you want me to keep this up here? Is there any questions or anything? Yeah.
Can I ask you a question?
Yeah.
How long did it take you to do that painting?
Probably about like full time a week. So that might be like 20 to 30 hours kind of thing.
What art materials did you use in your painting?
It is acrylic paint, which we have downstairs at Community Focus. So anyone could try and do a painting like this. And it's on a stretched canvas.
If I was to try and do a picture like this, the one thing I don't like about the acrylic paints is that you can get messy and the colours can mix into one another.
Can I tell you?
How did you stop the colours mixing into one another?
Can I tell you a secret, Maria?
Yeah.
You have to get messy if you're going to do art.
Why?
Because it's just, if you care about getting paint on your hand, then you're going to get distracted from doing the painting. Going through the mess is the way to do it.
What's your favourite part about the painting?
I think my favourite part is all the little kind of details and the still life elements. So still life is like paintings of objects. So I'm pretty pleased with how I kind of captured this wire and the shadow of the wire underneath. I like that.
I got a question about the picture.
Yeah?
How comes Crisp the cat is hanging upside down?
Well, I think what you gotta see is this picture is taken kind of from above. So Ailey is lying down on the sofa and Crisp is lying down on the sofa next to her. So it's taken from above like that. Do you understand now?
Yeah.
Yeah.
How long have you been an artist for?
I've been doing art full time since 2017, so that's like 7 years now. But I've been an artist my whole life because you don't need to do it for a job for it to be an artist.
Yeah, there's something I want to ask you, Flo. Have you done it? How long have you been working with people with disabilities?
I started volunteering at Artbox in 2017 as well. When I went freelance, I decided to do a bit of that, and so on and off since then, basically.
And before that, have you ever been with disabled people before?
No, before that I hadn't spent any significant time with people with disabilities, no.
And how did you feel when you met a disabled person?
I instantly felt at home at the Artbox. I still remember a lot of the students there that I worked with. In fact, me and my girlfriend actually quote something that this girl Shruti, that is an artist at Artbox, said all the time.
Did you say Shruti?
Shruti, yeah. Someone asked Shruti, because she was quite young, she was like 20. They were like, what's your dream? What do you want to do when you get older? And she just said, this is the dream right here, right now. And I think that's the kind of perspective that you only get from people that have a kind of different way of looking at stuff. They're not striving into the future. They're happy and present where they are. And that's a good lesson to remember. This is the dream right here, right now.
You said the name Shruti. I think I know her because before coming here, I used to go to another charity. It was based in Wood Green called Action for Kids, and she was like a student there.
Yeah, you probably do know her.
But I think
she's little, yeah.
She's little. And there was another person called, what was her name? Hispa?
Yeah, I used to work with Hispa. Yeah. She's
There's
a really
another
talented
one.
artist, isn't she?
Yeah.
Have you been to a lot of art galleries or museums or exhibitions to get some inspiration for your art that you do?
Yeah, I love going to art galleries and having a look around. I really like looking at older stuff. I really like the older stuff in the National Gallery, the stuff that's like pre-Renaissance, it's like kind of medieval. I really like the way they paint people in a way that it doesn't have to look realistic. I find that really interesting. And people often say like, oh, in the medieval times they just didn't know how to paint things that look realistic, whereas I think they probably did, but it was a choice.
Do you take any pen or paper with you to like sketch out a picture that you really like? Like, do you recreate that picture in the gallery?
I don't do that too often. I'm not that good at sketching spontaneously from life. I can get a little bit frustrated. So I tend to just use my phone to take pictures of things I like.
Do you have any advice for any younger artists who want to pursue dreams in the industry of creative jobs, or in general they just want to do art?
I think my main advice is just keep doing it. Do it every day and like finish the work, get it out there. I think often we can get in a kind of cycle where we think, oh, this isn't quite good enough to put out there. My next piece will be good enough. I'll keep this hidden away, and the next one I'll put it out there. I'll put it on the internet, or I'll submit it for the exhibition, or whatever it is. But I think just go for it. Do it. You are good enough as you are right now to get started.
Flo, where do you see yourself in 10 years' time?
Well, I'm quite happy with my career, so I think I'd like to keep on doing it. I like the fact that I do a mix of stuff. I like working on commissions, I like doing my own work, and I like working here with you guys. I think probably I'd like to do a little bit more of my own work and a little bit less commissions. Have that balance slightly shifted, but that's it really.
On behalf of everyone, Flo, we'd like to thank you for coming to this to let us interview you. Thank you very much, Flo. Thanks a lot. And give 3 cheers to Flo. Hip hip. Hooray! Hip hip. Hooray! Hip hip. Hooray! One more luck. Hip hip. Hooray!
Thank you so much for having me. I feel spoilt that you've all been so interested in my work and asked me such nice questions, and it was lovely getting to meet you guys that I haven't met before and to see the people I have met before again and have a good chat.
And on that note, bye! Community focus. We're here for you. Our point of view. At 5 o'clock, you're in North London. A week in review. We're here for you.